Hello, geeks and gamers, and welcome back to Resident Evil Village, what is likely the final episode of Resident Evil Village. In the last episode, boy, did we have a lot of revelations. In a 45-minute long episode, we discovered that, we discovered some of what Miranda is planning. We discovered that Mia herself is still alive and has known the big, shocking revelation that Ethan himself did die 3 years ago in the Baker's estate, and has since then been nothing but basically organic mold that has been shaping itself to be Ethan. And so that's why Ethan has been able to always withstand such massive amount of damage and keep on going, because Ethan is basically immortal. Miranda even ripped his heart out, and he's good now. We're back up. We did have a whole episode basically playing as Chris, which was pretty fun because Chris was basically just a fucking steamroller, kind of just mowing through everything. And so now we are heading forth into what is very, very likely the final battle with Miranda. Wasn't there... No, it wasn't in this room. I thought there was something on this table for the longest time. If you guys remember that I kept trying to unlock and I just couldn't unlock it. I was seeing if maybe, just maybe I had the, it won't let me run. I was seeing if maybe I had the ability to unlock it now, but yeah, this is gonna be it. The final showdown with Miranda. Who is, we also just...
Out of my way.
We also learned that Miranda has been basically trying to find the perfect vessel to bring back her beloved daughter, Ava, who died during the Black Plague, over 100 years ago. That's been her plan all this time.
I gotta keep going.
Fucking move. I am you.
Little Ava, my beautiful daughter, come to me. Ava, is that you? Oh, how I've missed you. What?
Nah, that's just Rose.
My power is leaving me.
Rose! Miranda!
Interesting. Your body certainly isn't normal.
Nope.
Give Rose to me. Now!
You will see. Once I kill you properly, everything...
Get her now! Let go!
I've spent a lifetime creating this moment. And you try to take it away from me.
Yeah, because it's my fucking kid, bitch. Fuck
Take
off.
what is due.
There's nothing due to you.
My
can't just take
desires
somebody
will
else's
be
kid.
fulfilled. Rose is mine!
What the fuck?
You fulfilled your...
So she is gone full on boss mode. Yeah.
Purpose, Mr. Winters. You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious Megamyce.
Ow.
Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with truth. So now
Oh, I'm out of ammo in that gun anyway.
you can die peacefully. You understand the love of
I'm not letting you get away.
How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
Bitch.
This is
I like how they spell it out for you. This is the end. In case you're unaware, this is the final boss.
the Megamyce saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
Okay, shotgun time, I guess. Jesus, woman.
Hold still.
I'd rather not. Hey, Chris, are you gonna come down here and join me, my guy? Hey, is that a thing that you're gonna do?
Die. You cannot save Rose.
Fuck. No, nothing
After
else
all,
around here?
everyone dies.
Okay. Really? Aren't you, like, super fucking immortal?
I can take any form I desire.
Oh my god.
Even your life. Will this kill you? Such vitality. Disgusting. Die! Be swallowed into the Megamyces for all time!
I'd really rather not, Miranda.
You are truly a wonderful
Jesus. Good lord, okay. Huh. Pretty tough boss fight.
little Ava. My beautiful.
No, I said skip.
You fulfilled your purpose, Mr. Winters. You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious Megamyces. Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true happiness. So now you can die peacefully and permanently. You understand the
Not
love
letting
of
you get away.
child. How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
Oh, not gonna be talking a lot because I'm gonna try to focus on, you know, not dying.
Cease this foolishness. The Megamyces saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
See, like, there's nowhere that I can really hide from her little fucking bombardment thing. You know?
Cannot save Rose.
Maybe right here is where I need to go ahead and whip out some heavier duty shit, huh?
Such vitality. How disgusting. Die and be swallowed into the Megamycete for all time!
Swallow these nuts, Miranda. Oh, good.
Now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on. If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last! I've waited a century, all for this day. I can take any form I desire. Just a hand, even your loving wife.
Yeah, I know.
After all, everyone dies. Why do you interfere? Surely you have no need of this now. So close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter, you psycho!
Where is she?
I will see my hopes fulfilled. I must.
Oh, man. God damn it.
You won't interfere.
Well, I'm gonna interfere. Like I won't interfere, like I've not been doing that literally this whole time.
Those foreigners, they could do nothing to assuage my years of loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda? You're not capable of real love.
Curse this ramshackle age. I will take back my daughter! Die, 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 die!
That's what I'm saying to you, bitch. God damn.
Don't resist.
Oh, I'm resisting.
None shall interfere in my grand designs. Hold still. My wish will come true. I will not let him or anyone else take Rose or my daughter.
Oh, gosh, what the hell?
Impudent!
Am I done? Did I do it?
To ensure I never see your face, I will feed you to the dogs. Every single cell of your being.
Suck it. Bitch. Keep putting buckshot directly in your tits.
My daughter! My Ava!
And at least it wasn't like a big super duper boss, ugly ass boss fight like Evelyn was. And we did kind of get a big super duper boss fight with Heisenberg.
Rose, all right, Rose. It's all right.
Uh-oh.
Ethan! Ethan! Come on, Ethan. Come on, Ethan, wake up. Oh, no.
Chris,
Ethan, you did it. It's finished.
I think we've finished each other.
Ethan, we gotta move.
Never mind. There's the big ugly boss fight.
Keep moving, Ethan. There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high. Hey, look at me. When I hit this trigger, we can't be anywhere near it. Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia, I'm so sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey. And you tell yourself. Now come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
God damn it.
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Ethan.
And then he just solidifies right there, drops the thing. Can't even make the thing explode. So Ethan actually does die at the end. It's really sad.
Rose?
Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
Get moving. We have to get clear.
No! We can't go, not without my husband!
Mia, sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't
Sacrificed
abandon us.
himself.
Tell me what's going on. Where? What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
Jesus.
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ.
Literally the organization that's meant to stop bioweapons, and they're now fucking using them?
Someone's gotta pay.
Sequel baiting. All right, so let's talk about it. I mean, I think it was a pretty solid game. You know, it had its different levels, its different moments of, you know, pure horror, survival, flat out action. Whereas some could see it like, oh, that was good, it was a nice variety. I typically appreciate a game more that knows what genre it wants to be and kind of sticks with that. That being said, it didn't do it bad. You know, each encounter, each boss fight itself, except for the, you know, except for the three daughters, they all felt fairly unique. They each had their own mechanic that you needed to work out and how to beat them. You know, so at least with their variety, they kept it unique. You know, they tried to not just make it exactly what it is, and that's a shooter. So I'll give them the kudos for that. The story, I mean, it was a bit predictable to a certain extent. You know, I was able to, you know, predict that Miranda was Mia, even though it wasn't exactly what I had thought until like right before they revealed it. You know, and the fact that Ethan was perhaps still a carrier of the mold, which is why he was able to survive and heal from such, you know, drastic damage, has been a fan theory for 3 years since the other one came out. Now the fact that he was simply just comprised of molds is a little weird, and it brings up some weird questions, like how is he able to procreate? But, you know, we probably shouldn't look too hard into that,
but
right?
More you took, she snarled. So more, in turn, is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror. Her parents, though, had searched all day and at last arrived. With rampant rage, Father fought the witch, while Mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and Father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So Mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed. Even now, the burnt forest is a grim reminder of Father's sacrifice. To this day, any child who stares too long into the charred wasteland will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right. Now him being, you know, it's probably best not to look too deep into that, you know? Just let it be what it is. But, you know, the fact that Ethan didn't sacrifice himself at the end, that you know, okay. So that begs the question of, like, okay, is Resident Evil 9, I mean, clearly from that ending, it very much so sequel baited, that Chris is gonna figure out what the fuck is going on here, you know? And so, are we just gonna be playing as Chris in Resi 9? Obviously, we'll figure that out when Resi 9 comes out, probably in a handful of years. You know, in terms of the level design, we'll go to that next. You know, we talked about the story, let's go to level design. It was varied, it was deep, it was dynamic, I loved it. There was separate paths that led you into completely optional areas, you know, it's almost like a side quest sort of thing. Each area itself felt unique and had its own system that wasn't just necessarily a linear hallway, you know? Now the puzzles, in terms of Resident Evil games, the puzzles were a little easy, I guess. I mean, I don't know. The Resident Evil games and their puzzle solving haven't really reached the height that they were in some of the early 90s games. Most of them are pretty simple, pretty easy to get through. But you know, it did oftentimes kind of enhance the areas, the maps, because you know you knew you had to figure out things. You know, you had to get a hold of certain things to, you know, solve these puzzles, and obviously a lot of these puzzles are completely optional. Some of them are storyline based, but a lot of them are completely optional, and there is so much that I know that I missed that in my own personal second playthrough that I'll do, I'll probably try to solve everything. But you know, I don't even know what more to say. Voice acting was fantastic. It was phenomenal. I think overall, if we give this a rating out of 5 stars, well, let's go up to 10 stars, right? If I give it a rating out of 10, I would probably give this game, I don't know, a solid 7, 6 or 7. You know, it's far from Game of the Year contender. You know, some of the action, some of the gameplay, especially in some of the later stages where it was much more action-oriented, I just found myself running out of ammo, and I don't really like that. You know, I don't really like, and I get it, it's survival horror, but that's where we come back to the choose a genre. If you're going to have me be in a very action-oriented area where it's just I'm getting shit thrown at me, you need to also throw ammo at me. Case in point, the little section with Chris, they were just tossing ammo at you, and you were supposed to feel like this ultimate badass, right? Just mowing through things with your fucking assault rifle. You know, they were kind of doing the same thing in some of the later stages, especially the Heisenberg area, where it was just tons of bullet-sponged enemies that it's like, no, you guys aren't meeting. You're not giving me enough ammunition. You're not giving me enough resources for what you guys are wanting this to feel like. You know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being super nitpicky, but, you know, I don't know. Pick a genre. If you're going to be action, then at that section of the game, even if they wanted to break it into sections of, like, of this section's action, this one's horror, then the ammunition should have been plentiful as well. But yeah, like I said, I'd give it a solid 6 out of 7, or 6 or 7 out of 10. It's not my favorite Resi. It's, I think, I dare say probably better than 7. You know, because it's much more diverse, much more varied. You know, this isn't a critique about 7, so we'll just leave it at that. Other than that, we'll probably just go ahead and skip this and get an after credit scene. Look at this. Here we go. Is this...
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Teenaged,
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon feels like
It does. But if...
So it looks like we got a hella time jump.
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is.
Uh-oh.
Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
You're a lot like him, you know?
I know.
Okay, so it's Resident Evil 9. Are we going to be playing as Rose then? Who's that walking up? Who the fuck was that walking up? Was that Chris? Or the father's story is now done? Great dad. Number one dad. Difficulty standard. Best dad ever. Finish story on at least standard difficulty. Completion time 10 hours, which is right about what people said it would take. Unlocked content in the bonus menu is the following items have been added. Extra content shop, concept art, figures, and challenges. Challenges in extra content shop. Complete challenges, listen to the... so that's just like Resident Evil 3. New movies added. Village of Shadow full version. Creating the Village of Shadows. The level design, all that. Ooh, the special weapon. Okay, and for doing all this, I have a total of 45,000 CP. Obviously, that doesn't really matter to you guys. That's just stuff I'm going to be doing on my own. Okay. So that's interesting, right there at the end. Doesn't really change anything of my expectations, or what not my expectations, what I was saying there for my wrap up. Just seems like now maybe in Resident Evil 9 we're going to be playing as Rose. Which will be interesting. Massive time jump. Well, yeah. This wraps up the conclusion. This wraps it up. Resident Evil Village in the books. Next up, we are going to be doing Returnal, which will be starting... I don't know, I'll have to see. Might be starting in just a couple of days. Might actually be starting... might take a week off to record for it. But we'll see. But it will be Returnal as of right now. There is nothing new really happening or coming out. E3 is in a couple of days, so we're gonna see there, see what gets unveiled there. But if you guys did enjoy this Let's Play, and of course if you were looking forward to Returnal, then as always, do the things we YouTubers ask you to do. Leave me a like on the video, share the playlist around, subscribe to the channel for content every Monday through Friday, and until next time, game on.